You don't know what it's like to be hunted, not really. Not like this, not like I am. You think you've escaped, that you've bought yourself time, that you've gone to ground, hidden deep enough that even the most vengeful kindred, the most devoted inquisitor, the most unrelenting lupine would lose your scent. But you don't understand what I have seen. You don't know what is coming for me. I've fought hunters before. Oh yes, we all have. The fools with their crosses and their silver blades. The inquisitors with their fire and their faith. The lupine, their endless war against our kind. They are dangerous, yes, but they are predictable. And even when they kill you, they do so as mortals do, with steel and fire, with tooth and claw. But these hunters, the ones from the East, they are something else. It started in Paris. I was untouchable there, or so I thought. The Sabbat feared me, the Camarilla respected me, and the kine. Well, they were nothing more than cattle. I had power. I had built something eternal. Then I heard the whispers. A lone man had entered the city. A foreigner. He spoke little, asked even less. He was hunting something, but he did not wear a priest's robes, nor did he carry the scent of a wolf. The first one to die was Gideon, an Assamite assassin. They found him folded in half, his bones crushed inward, his skull shattered as if a great weight had fallen upon it. And then there was Solomon, a Ventrue prince, torn apart by something that should not have been possible. I went underground, as any survivor would. I sought answers, and what I found, what I learned, still haunts me. They call them demon hunters, but that name does not do them justice. I have known many hunters in my time, but none like these. These men and women, they are not human in the way you or I understand. They wield a power that bends the very nature of the world. They do not rely on faith, nor silver, nor fire. They have something else. Magic, perhaps, but it is not the fumbling, desperate sorcery of the Tremere, nor the blood-soaked rituals of the Setites. No, it is refined, honed, deadly. It is imbued into their bodies, into their very being. I have seen one of them leap from a rooftop, 5 stories high, and land without a sound. I have seen them shatter stone with their bare hands. I have seen them vanish from sight, moving so fast that even our kind could not track them, and I have seen what they can do to us. They wield something they call chi, an internal power that gives them abilities far beyond those of ordinary men. And the worst part, each of them is different. There is no single strategy, no single weakness, no pattern to follow. Each one of them is a nightmare in a unique and terrifying way. There was the one who moved faster than sight, a blur in the dark, his blade cleaving through the air before I even had time to react. They call it celerity of the dawn, a speed that makes even our own vampiric quickness seem sluggish by comparison. I watched as he ripped through a coterie of bruja like they were standing still. Then there was the one who could crush bones with a touch. At first, I thought him unarmed, vulnerable, a fool. But when he struck, I saw a Nosferatu's chest collapse inward, his ribcage shattering like dry twigs. They call it bone-shattering strike, and it is a death sentence. We may heal from fire, from steel, from the wounds of battle, but a spine broken beyond repair, that is an end even we cannot return from. And then there are those who channel chi to shield themselves, who make their skin like iron, who let blades shatter upon their flesh. I saw a Tremere unleash a fire spell upon one of them, watched in horror as the flames licked at the hunter's body, only to vanish as if swallowed by the night itself. They call it jade skin, and I call it impossible. And worst of all, the one who hunted me, he had no blade, no bow, no visible weapon at all. But when he looked at me, just looked, I felt my body begin to freeze, my limbs locked, my breath stilled, my blood refused to move. I was helpless. It was as if he had reached inside my mind, commanded my flesh to obey, and I had no choice but to comply. This was Dragon Coil, an ability that allows them to freeze even the strongest of us in place. And had I not fled when I did, I would be dead. I know that. I ran. I did something I have never done before. I fled. I abandoned my holdings, my wealth, my power, all for the sake of survival. I thought that would be the end of it, that he would let me go, that I had escaped. But you do not escape a demon hunter. I can still feel him watching me. I can still hear his footsteps in my dreams. He is patient. He is methodical. He is waiting. I have left Paris. I have left Europe. I have buried myself in places no kindred should ever go. And yet I know that one night he will be there, and that will be the end of me. So if you are wise, you will never go to the east. You will never draw their attention. You will never let them know you exist, because if you do, your nights are numbered. And when your time comes, it will not be fire, nor silver, nor the wrath of the Camarilla that ends you. It will be the cold, calm gaze of a man who has already decided that you are dead.